The sun beats down on the lush green fairway of the 18th hole. Two young golfers stand side by side, their faces etched with concentration. On the left, a slender teenager with a swing that seems eerily familiar. On the right, a stockier youth with a grip on his driver that echoes a legend of the game. As they prepare to tee off, the whispers in the gallery grow louder. "That's Tiger's boy," someone murmurs. "And the other one? That's little John Daly," comes the reply. This isn't just any match, it's a glimpse into the future of golf, a potential rivalry that could captivate the sport for years to come. Charlie Woods and John Daly II, sons of two of the most iconic golfers in history, are about to face off. The weight of their father's legacies rests on their young shoulders, but today, they're writing their own story. As Charlie takes his stance, you can't help but notice the resemblance. The focused eyes, the fluid backswing, it's like watching a young Tiger all over again. Little John, on the other hand, has that unmistakable Daly swagger. He approaches the ball with a confidence that belies his years. The crowd holds its breath as Charlie's club connects with the ball, sending it soaring down the fairway with a precision that would make his father proud. Not to be outdone, little John steps up, his powerful swing launching the ball even further. As the two young golfers begin their walk down the fairway, you can't help but wonder, are we witnessing the birth of golf's next great rivalry? But to understand the significance of this moment, we need to step back and look at the incredible stories of their fathers. Two men who changed the face of golf in their own unique ways. Two legends whose contrasting styles and personalities set the stage for one of the sport's most compelling narratives. Tiger Woods burst onto the professional golf scene in 1996 like a force of nature, with a combination of raw power, pinpoint accuracy, and mental toughness rarely seen in the sport. He revolutionized golf almost overnight. His victory at the 1997 Masters, where he won by a staggering 12 strokes, announced to the world that a new era had begun. But Tiger's impact went far beyond his performance on the course. He brought an athletic intensity to golf that attracted a whole new generation of fans. Suddenly, golf wasn't just a leisurely pastime for the country club set. It was exciting, it was cool, and it had a new hero who didn't fit the traditional mold. As Tiger racked up major titles with astonishing regularity, he also broke down barriers. As the first African American to win the Masters, he inspired countless young people from diverse backgrounds to pick up a golf club for the first time. His influence on the sport cannot be overstated. From the increased purses at tournaments to the improved fitness levels of pro golfers, Tiger's fingerprints are all over modern golf. But while Tiger was rewriting the record books with his disciplined approach and steely determination, another golfer was capturing hearts with a very different style. John Daly exploded into the public consciousness with his shocking win at the 1991 PGA Championship. An alternate who only got into the tournament at the last minute, Daly's powerful swing and go-for-broke attitude earned him the nickname Long John. Daly was the antithesis of the buttoned-up country club golfer. With his mullet haircut, loud clothing, and unfiltered personality, he became an instant fan favorite. His mammoth drives were a sight to behold, often leaving his playing partners shaking their heads in disbelief. But it wasn't just his length off the tee that made Daly special. He had a deft touch around the greens and a fearless putting stroke that could be devastating when he got hot. While Tiger was known for his intense focus and rigorous preparation, Daly was famous for his grip it and rip it philosophy. He played fast, took risks, and wore his heart on his sleeve. His struggles with addiction and personal issues were public knowledge, making his triumphs on the course all the more poignant to his loyal fans. The contrast between Woods and Daly couldn't have been starker, and yet both found tremendous success in their own ways. Tiger's 15 major championships speak to his dominance, while Daly's 2 majors, including a memorable victory at the 1995 Open Championship, cemented his status as a giant of the game. Their paths crossed many times over the years, creating some unforgettable moments. Who could forget the 2019 PGA Championship, where Woods and Daly were pictured side by side, Tiger walking the course in peak physical condition, while John cruised by in a golf cart, controversially approved due to his osteoarthritis. As we reflect on these two legends of the game, we can't help but wonder, how will their sons carry forward their legacies? Will they forge their own paths or follow in their father's footsteps? To answer that, let's take a closer look at young Charlie Woods and his journey so far. Born in 2009, Charlie Woods entered the world with golf already in his DNA. From the moment he could walk, it seemed like he had a golf club in his hands. Videos of a toddler Charlie swinging a cut-down club with surprising grace quickly went viral, and the golfing world held its collective breath. Could Tiger's son possibly live up to the immense expectations placed upon him? As Charlie grew, it became clear that he had inherited more than just his father's name. His swing, even at a young age, was a mirror image of Tiger's. The same smooth takeaway, the same explosive downswing, the same picture-perfect follow-through. It was uncanny, almost as if Tiger had cloned himself. But Charlie isn't just a carbon copy of his famous father. He's developing his own personality on the course, blending Tiger's intensity with a youthful exuberance that's all his own. In junior tournaments, Charlie has shown flashes of brilliance that have golf analysts buzzing about his potential. One of Charlie's most notable appearances came at the 2020 PNC Championship, a father-son event where he partnered with Tiger. At just 11 years old, Charlie wowed spectators with his skills. He hit a 5-wood to 3 feet on a par 5, setting up an eagle that had the gallery cheering. His poise under pressure and his natural feel for the game were evident to all who watched. What's particularly striking about Charlie is his competitive fire. Like Tiger, he seems to thrive under pressure. There's a story from one of his junior tournaments where he was trailing going into the final hole. Without hesitation, he took an aggressive line off the tee, stuck his approach close, and drained the putt to force a playoff. It's moments like these that have people wondering if we're seeing the emergence of the next golfing prodigy. But it's not just Charlie's physical skills that echo his father. He's also showing signs of Tiger's famous mental toughness. In interviews, Charlie comes across as composed and thoughtful, with a maturity beyond his years. He talks about the game with a depth of understanding that's rare for someone so young. Of course, following in the footsteps of arguably the greatest golfer of all time comes with its own unique set of challenges. The expectations placed on Charlie are enormous, and the constant comparisons to his father must be a heavy burden for a teenager to bear. Every tournament he enters, every shot he takes, is scrutinized through the lens of Tiger's legendary career. Yet Charlie seems to be handling the pressure with remarkable grace. He's often seen joking with his father on the course, displaying a lightness that suggests he's enjoying the journey. Tiger, for his part, has been careful to emphasize that he wants Charlie to forge his own path, to play golf because he loves it, not because of any external expectations. As we watch Charlie's journey unfold, we can't help but be reminded of a young Tiger Woods, bursting onto the scene and captivating the golfing world. But Charlie's story is still in its early chapters. Will he continue to follow in his father's footsteps, or will he carve out a legacy that's entirely his own? And what about his potential rival, John Daly II? How is the son of Long John making his mark on the game? As we delve into Little John's story, we'll see that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree in the Daly family either. While Charlie Woods may have golf's most famous surname, he's not the only son of a legend making waves in junior golf. Enter John Daly II, affectionately known as Little John, though there's nothing little about his game or his personality. Born in 2003, Little John came into the world when his father was already a 2-time major champion and one of golf's most colorful characters. From an early age, it was clear that the younger Daly had inherited his father's passion for the game, along with a healthy dose of his charisma. Like his dad, Little John is known for his prodigious length off the tee. At 15, he was already driving the ball over 300 yards, a feat that would make even seasoned pros take notice. But it's not just raw power that defines his game. Little John has shown a deft touch around the greens and a putting stroke that can be deadly accurate when he's on form. One of Little John's most memorable moments came at the 2017 PNC Father-Son Challenge. Playing alongside his father, the then 14-year-old aced the par 3 8th hole, sending the crowd into a frenzy. His reaction? A nonchalant fist bump with his dad, as if holing out from the tee was just another day at the office. It was a moment that encapsulated the Daly spirit: big shots, big moments, and a cool demeanor under pressure. But Little John isn't content to simply mimic his father's style. He's developing his own approach to the game, blending John Sr.'s aggressive style with a more analytical mindset. In interviews, he's spoken about his love for the strategic elements of golf, showing a maturity that belies his years. Of course, being John Daly's son comes with its own set of expectations and challenges. The elder Daly's well-documented struggles with addiction and personal issues are part of his complex legacy. Little John has had to navigate growing up in the public eye, with every tournament appearance scrutinized not just for his play, but for any signs that he might follow follow in his father's controversial footsteps off the course. However, by all accounts, Little John is charting his own course. He's known for his dedication to practice and his serious approach to tournament play. While he shares his father's affable nature and easy rapport with fans, he seems to have a focus that could serve him well as he progresses in his career. So, will he be able to balance the expectations that come with the Daly name while forging his own identity in the golfing world, and how will his path intersect with that of Charlie Woods? As Charlie Woods and John Daly II continue to make their marks on junior golf, whispers of a budding rivalry have begun to circulate. It's a narrative that's almost too perfect for the golfing world to resist. The sons of two legendary players, each with their own distinct style and approach to the game, potentially set to face off for years to come. Their paths have already crossed in junior tournaments, creating buzz among golf enthusiasts. One particularly memorable encounter occurred at a junior event in Florida, where both Charlie and Little John were in contention. The gallery swelled as word spread that the two were paired together in the final group. It was a scene reminiscent of their fathers' battles, with spectators straining to catch a glimpse of golf's next generation. What's fascinating about this potential rivalry is how it mirrors, yet diverges from, the dynamic between Tiger and John Sr. Like his father, Charlie is known for his intense focus and meticulous approach to the game. Little John, while more serious than his famously carefree dad, still plays with a flair and aggression that echoes the elder Daly style. But it's not just their playing styles that have people talking. The contrast in their personalities and backgrounds adds another layer of intrigue to their matchups. Charlie, raised in the spotlight from birth, carries himself with a polish that comes from growing up in the public eye. Little John, while no stranger to attention, has a more laid-back demeanor, cracking jokes with competitors and charming galleries with his easygoing nature. Media attention on their budding careers has been intense, with every tournament appearance dissected and analyzed. Golf analysts have begun to draw comparisons, debating their respective strengths and weaknesses, and speculating on their future prospects. It's a level of scrutiny that would be daunting for any young player, let alone teenagers still learning the ropes of competitive golf. However, both Charlie and Little John seem to be taking the attention in stride. In joint interviews, they've spoken about their mutual respect and the friendly nature of their competition. There's a camaraderie between them that suggests they understand the unique position they're in, bonded by the shared experience of growing up in the long shadows cast by their famous fathers. Will we see Charlie and Little John battling it out in major championships, much like their fathers did? Or will their paths diverge as they forge their own unique identities in the golfing world? While both Charlie Woods and John Daly Jr. are products of golfing royalty, their styles on the course couldn't be more different. Charlie's game mirrors the calculated precision of his father, Tiger. Every swing, every putt is a testament to hours of practice and discipline. Charlie has been meticulously trained to control his emotions on the course, maintaining a calm, almost stoic demeanor, even under pressure. His swing is smooth and deliberate, emphasizing accuracy over power. In interviews, Tiger has often talked about the importance of mental toughness, and it's clear that Charlie has absorbed this lesson. He focuses on playing smart, calculating his shots, and avoiding risky plays that could cost him strokes. In contrast, John Daly Jr.'s approach to golf is more reminiscent of a storm on the course, bold, powerful, and unpredictable. Just like his father, Daly Jr. doesn't shy away from risk. His swings are full of energy, and his drives are nothing short of awe-inspiring. Known for smashing the ball down the fairway, often surpassing 300 yards with ease, Daly Jr. thrives on power, but with that power comes a certain fearlessness that sets him apart. He isn't afraid to go for broke, attempting difficult shots that others might avoid. Much like his father, who famously defied conventional wisdom throughout his career, Daly Jr. embraces the thrill of the unknown, a style that keeps fans on the edge of their seats. Where Charlie plays the long game, patiently setting up opportunities, aiming for consistency, Daly Jr. brings a high-risk, high-reward mentality, and while this might lead to more dramatic moments on the course, it also brings with it a sense of unpredictability. As their rivalry heats up, it's clear that their contrasting styles are what make their matchups so compelling. In fact, they have already crossed paths with each other. The rivalry between Charlie Woods and John Daly Jr. has already had its share of memorable moments, most notably during the PNC Championship, where father-son duos compete in a light-hearted yet highly watched event. The first first time Charlie and Daly Jr. faced off was in the 2020 PNC Championship, and it was an instant hit. The sight of Tiger and Charlie Woods playing against John Daly and his son was a spectacle for fans, not only because of the legendary names involved, but because of the promise these young talents showed. In that tournament, the chemistry between Tiger and Charlie was on full display. Charlie's calm, composed approach seemed to mirror Tiger's, and during one particular hole, Charlie hit a 175-yard approach shot that left the crowd and even some of the pros in awe. Tiger, visibly proud, watched as his son confidently sunk a birdie putt, solidifying their position near the top of the leaderboard. Charlie's poised and precise game was a direct contrast to Daly Jr.'s bold and aggressive style, which was on full display throughout the weekend. Daly Jr., known for his powerful drives, had some of the longest shots of the tournament, regularly outdriving both his father and the competition. In the 2021 PNC Championship, the rivalry between the two families intensified. This time, the Daly duo came out on top, with Daly Jr. playing an instrumental role in their victory. On the final day of the tournament, Daly Jr.'s ability to deliver under pressure was evident when he launched a 320-yard drive down the fairway, leaving the competition in the dust. His fearless approach paid off, helping secure the Daly family's first PNC Championship win with a record score of -27. The win was made even sweeter when Daly Jr. sunk a crucial birdie putt on the 17th hole, sealing their place in tournament history. Interviews with John Daly Sr. afterward were filled with pride as he praised his son's aggressive yet fearless approach. On the other hand, the Woods duo finished second that year, but the rivalry was far from over. In 2022, the matchups continued to captivate golf fans, with both young stars raising their games. Although the Woods family didn't win that year, Charlie continued to impress with his remarkable consistency and clutch performances, particularly on the back nine where he was able to mount a mini comeback, keeping their team in the hunt. Tiger, ever the supportive mentor, made it clear in post-tournament interviews that while their eyes were on the win, the real excitement was watching Charlie's game evolve. What stands out most about these key tournaments is the contrast between Charlie's methodical precision and Daly Jr.'s all-out power game. But the question is, who has a better handicap? Well, in golf, a player's handicap is a measure of their potential ability, with lower numbers representing a stronger golfer. Although the exact handicaps of both Charlie and Daly Jr. fluctuate as they continue to develop, we can look at their performance and skill sets to assess where each stands. Charlie Woods, having been under the tutelage of his father Tiger Woods from a very young age, has demonstrated impressive consistency in his game. His swing mechanics, short game, and approach shots have garnered attention not only from fans but also from professional golfers and coaches. Charlie's handicap has been reported to hover around a 0.5 to +1, an astounding number for someone his age. His ability to maintain such a low handicap is a testament to the focus, discipline, and guidance Tiger instills in him. This handicap puts him well ahead of most junior golfers and suggests that he could easily compete at a collegiate level or beyond. John Daly II, on the other hand, brings a very different skill set to the table. Known for his powerful drives, just like his father, Daly Jr.'s game thrives on distance and strength. While his short game may not have the same level of precision as Charlie's, his fearless approach to attacking the course often compensates for any technical deficiencies. Daly Jr. has been seen boasting a handicap in the range of +3, 2 to +4, 0 during his junior tournaments and while playing for the University of Arkansas. This is a remarkable feat and reflects the explosive, risk-taking style he employs. His handicap, significantly lower than that of Charlie Woods, is a reflection of the aggressive, long-driving nature of his game, where his power off the tee creates an advantage in many scenarios. When it comes to direct comparisons, Daly Jr.'s better handicap suggests that he currently holds a slight edge in terms of overall potential on paper. His higher handicap shows that he consistently plays well below par, particularly in environments that reward his long-distance drives. However, handicaps don't always tell the full story. While Daly Jr. might have a better overall handicap due to his power and shot-making ability, Charlie Woods brings a more balanced, controlled game, especially when it comes to accuracy, consistency, and mental toughness, traits that tend to become even more critical in higher-level competition. So, I would say that John Daly II currently holds the edge in terms of handicap, thanks to his raw power and aggressive style of play. However, as exciting as the prospect of a new golfing rivalry is, we can't ignore the immense pressure that Charlie Woods and John Daly II face. The weight of their father's legacies isn't just a source of inspiration, it's a double-edged sword that comes with unique challenges. For Charlie, every swing is compared to his father's legendary technique. Every tournament result is measured against Tiger's early successes. The golfing world watches with bated breath, wondering if he'll be the next prodigy to dominate the sport. But what if Charlie wants to forge a different path? What if his passions lie beyond the fairways and greens that defined his father's life? Little John faces a different set of expectations. While the golfing world celebrates his booming drives and charismatic personality, there's an undercurrent of concern. Will he be able to avoid the personal struggles that often overshadowed his father's brilliant career? Can he balance the grip it and rip it style he's inherited with the mental discipline required to succeed at the highest levels of the sport? Both young men are navigating the treacherous waters of adolescence under an unforgiving spotlight. While their peers worry about homework and first dates, Charlie and Little John are fielding questions about their career prospects and dealing with the pressure of constant public scrutiny. It's a lot for anyone to handle, let alone teenagers still trying to figure out who they are and who they want to be. There's also the challenge of balancing their budding golf careers with the normal experiences of growing up. How do you maintain a regular social life when you're jetting off to tournaments every other weekend? How do you focus on school when the golf world is clamoring for your attention? These are questions that Charlie and Little John grapple with daily, trying to find a balance that allows them to pursue their golfing dreams without sacrificing their youth. The mental aspect of dealing with media attention at such a young age cannot be overstated. Every shot, every interview, every social media post is analyzed and dissected by fans and pundits alike. It's a level of scrutiny that would be challenging for seasoned pros, let alone young players still learning the ropes of the game and of life. So, do you think the potential rivalry between Charlie Woods and John Daly II will live up to the hype? Why or why not? And if you could give one piece of advice to Charlie Woods and John Daly II as they navigate their golfing careers, what would it be? We can't wait to read your responses and engage in a discussion about the future of golf. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on the evolving world of sports.